Behind us you can see the first set of images that actually came back from the spacecraft Juno, sent back to Earth from Jupiter earlier this year.
As we said, we won't see the pictures from this morning's close-up flyby until the end of the week, but joining us now is Dr. Jonathan Nichols, a Juno mission scientist.
Morning.
I love stories like this. You must be extremely excited about what you're going to see.
Oh, I can't wait. These images are going to come, I think, on Friday. The scientists have to work on the images to get them looking nice, but yeah, I can't wait.
Louise isn't happy with the name Great Big Spot, but give us some ideas, some figures
Great
about...
Red Spot.
What did I call it?
Great
Red Spot. About the size of the storm and what we know about it and what hopefully we will know about it after Friday.
Well, the storm itself is bigger than the Earth. You could comfortably fit the Earth inside the Great Red Spot. That's how big it is. It's similar to a hurricane on the Earth, but it's not quite the same. Hurricanes need an ocean. They need to be over an ocean in order to survive. And when they go over land, they can kind of die out slowly, but they die out. Now, Jupiter is different to the Earth because there's no solid surface. So we don't actually understand how a Great Red Spot, or the storm like the Great Red Spot, can survive for so long.
And I understand the storm has been raging for many, many years, but it changes. It's been changing over time.
That's right. The Great Red Spot has been observed as long as we've been looking at Jupiter with telescopes, for centuries. But you're right, it changes, and it's halved in size since the Voyager spacecraft flew by in the 70s. And the changes, it changes over time, and it's about half the size, but it's still bigger than the Earth, so it's still pretty great for a red spot.
Where did Juno go after this? I mean, obviously this Friday's going to be a big day. I imagine you'll be glued to a TV screen or a computer screen somewhere as these images come in. What's next for Juno?
Juno has been in orbit around Jupiter for the last year, and it's making these orbits where it comes in, dives very close to the planet within 9,000 kilometres. That's closer to Jupiter than the size of the Great Red Spot itself, and then comes out on a long orbit. It's been doing that for about a year now, and it'll carry on doing that probably for at least another year. The thing about Juno is it's limited by the radiation around Jupiter. Jupiter's a really radioactive planet. It's really nasty for the electronics, and every time Juno takes a dive through past Jupiter, it takes a dose of radiation, and that ultimately is going to damage the electronics.
And how important is this information to get it back here? I mean, how important is it for science?
Well, when Juno is flying over the Great Red Spot, what we're going to find out is how deep that red spot is. Now, we can see it on the surface, but we don't understand how far down in the atmosphere it goes. So it's going to tell us really the 3D structure of the Great Red Spot and what it's made of, why it's so red. Juno broadly is going to tell us about the formation of Jupiter, the interior structure of Jupiter, what it's made of, and that tells us where Jupiter formed in the solar system, and ultimately then that tells us about how the Earth formed in the solar system.
Will you be having a scientific get-together on Friday? Are you getting a big gang together as the images come through?
Yeah, we'll be looking at these images and we'll have a bit of a party, and I can't wait. I'm really sitting forward on my seat waiting for this.
And it's really important because you collaborate with the Americans over this, don't you? And is that unusual?
In science, science in general is a very international discipline, and particularly space. It's very expensive to send spacecraft to Jupiter, and we need to work across international borders in order to make a successful mission. And Juno so far has been a spectacularly successful mission.
I'm sure we're going to be covering this on Friday.
Really looking forward to seeing the pictures as well. Thank you very much. Can we get a different name? Great Red Spot. It's just
Bill.
doesn't seem... What?
Bill.
Bill, okay.
Bill? Who's he?
I think the Great Big Spot could catch on. Really good to talk to you this morning. Thank you.
Good to speak to you. Thank you.
Bill the Spot.